was looking at what's going on in Washington these days, and now I see, you know, a lot of these gay Republicans are being outed. This Larry Craig character from Idaho. Do you know, you must have met him at least. What does your gaydar tell you about him?
I actually served in the House with him, and my sense tells me to just shut up.
But didn't the GOP bring this on themselves?
What?
Well,
what on?
Well,
the fact that they're gay Republicans, is that a crime?
No, but they made...
It would be if the Republicans had their way. Excuse me. Same intimacy, physical intimacy between people of the same sex was a crime in the state of Texas. Governor George Bush said it should remain a crime. The United States Supreme Court said no, intimacy between consenting adults of the same sex should not be a crime. Scalia dissented. He got very angry. Thomas dissented. Rehnquist dissented. My guess is Roberts and Alioto are now on that side. As a matter of fact, if John Paul Stevens, who's 85, leaves the court for some reason, and I hope obviously not, and the George Bush gets to make another appointment, you will get a 5-member majority that would reverse that. So in fact, the Republicans did believe that this was a crime. Rick Santorum, a great Republican conservative leader, said when that opinion came out, well, that's like allowing man-on-dog sex. I mean, so the fact is, yes, the Republicans do think it should be a crime, and I think there's a right to privacy, but the right to privacy should not be a right to hypocrisy. And people who want to demonize other people shouldn't then be able to go home and close the door and do it themselves.
I'm all for a right to privacy, but I'm also a right to keep your own money. And liberals want to...
You want to change the subject, Steve. No, you just want to change the subject.
You can't stand the fact...
You're changing the subject. You're changing the subject. He asked the question.
That a lot of gays actually subscribe to the Republican philosophy.
No, that is not true.
Government.
Steve, you have put more bad thoughts in my head that were never there. I have enough. No, you're not. You keep saying, I think this and I think that. That's the kind of distortion your side has been engaging in for too long. I don't think any of the nonsense you're trying to impute to me. My objective, if people want to say, look, I'm gay, but I think my dignity as a gay man is much less important than being able to make war in Iraq and ignore global warming, good luck to you. Just don't claim that you're doing this to advance gay rights. And don't, if you are going to be yourselves and practicing gay men, then vote for and help candidates who would make what you do illegal. If you want to have an economic view, okay. But the hypocrisy of this, these gay Republicans who make the lives of others, look, you know, there are 15-year-olds in this country today in high school whose lives are being made miserable because they're gay or lesbian. And people who are themselves gay adults, who are enjoying positions of power in Washington, who advance that kind of abusive society, no, it has nothing to do with their economics. I find that contemptible.
It's not a slippery slope to man-on-dog sex, as Rick Santorum says.
Look, I don't subscribe to that.
Sometimes the dog comes in the morning and starts licking your penis, and then you have to decide whether to stop him or not. And I don't know where that...
A lot of gays do subscribe to the Republican philosophy of strong defense, limited government, low taxes.
I understand that.
And you know what? Most Americans agree with what you said, but they still don't want gay marriage. They don't think that, they think that debases the idea.
You are really good at changing the subject.
No, but I mean, this is what the gay agenda is about.
We weren't talking about gay marriage. What I said specifically was, and you looked as if you were about to disagree, that they don't think it should be a crime. But they do. Scalia just went into a dither about how dare you not make it a crime for two men to love each other in private. And yeah, I understand that there are gay Republicans. My objection is when they say, oh, this is how we advance gay rights. I do not think that you do that by helping people who demonize you. As for same-sex marriage, I understand there are people who are against it. What we've had in Massachusetts was people who are against it. We've had it for 2.5 years, and people have now seen that it makes no impact on anybody who hasn't decided to get married, and it's over.
And if I may just interject something about the hypocrisy that we're talking about. Freaks. I say this like every week show it comes up. But the biggest freaks are always the ones who pretend to be the upright people. Yeah. I bring